All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, chapter 35, Technology and the Body, April 7th. Um, so, this particular chapter, Technology and the Body, we're continuing our discussion about technology from chapter 34 and or technologies from chapter 33. And so now we're getting specifically into this idea of technology and the body. Just want to draw you back to some reminders that technology does not necessarily mean digital content or digital materials, digital items. Technology also includes pen and paper, printing presses, things of that nature. So any kind of advancement that is mechanical almost. So your definitions for this particular chapter, I want you to define biotechnology, neuroplasticity, incon- incommensurate technology, and attention. And then your discussion question, list some ways that technology has impacted, list some of the ways technology have impacted upon your body or the bodies of people that you know. Consider what these changes have meant in terms of these people's capabilities. Do you agree with Donna Haraway's aim that we are all cyborgs or part biological, part technology? And then question 4, if technology can change our bodies and shape our identities, what does this say about what it means to be human or human nature? So chapter 35, all about technology and the body. Um, in terms of understanding technology and mediation, one of the things is that technology can be understood to relate to the human body. McCullen argues that technology is an extension of the human body. And so in this chapter, we're essentially going to look at 3 different things. The first being that human beings can be separated from technology. The second, that humans and technology can't be separated. And then the third idea is that human being is about being technological, or at least in part. These ideas are greatly in contrast to the traditional idea of nature, culture, human, and technology, and the fact that those 4 things can't be compared to one another because they're not on the same level. So, chapter 35 opens with these ideas, um, and we're talking about how technology applies into our lives. Um, Haraway and Sturlock provide that technology is incorporated to the body, creating biotechnology. So, going with the idea that McClellan has here, that technology is an extension of the human body, the pen or paper that we write with, the cell phone that we use, the laptop that we use, um, in a way, according to Haraway and Sturlock, like the question asks, are we somewhat cybernetic or cyborg like um, because of our dependence on technology and because of how much we use technology in our day-to-day lives? I mean, you really have to think about it and question here, could we get by without it? um, Ray Kurzweil is also going to claim that biotechnology can be used to enhance our various relationships. um, Fitting time to be talking about technology and humans and technology in the human body in this social distancing time that we're going through. Look at how we're connecting. I mean, this is a prime example of it in our classes right now. What we're doing, this virtual learning, this distance education idea. Um, the fact that I'm now teaching you from a laptop, from a video. So that's something to consider and to give merit to. And then Paul Root Walp is known for studying the ethics of this matter. So when we think biotechnology, we hear a lot of conversations emerge about genetics and stem cell research and genetic altering, genetic testing. So Walp is known for considering, is this good practice? Is it ethical practice? Is it not somehow violating some law of nature? And those conversations that stem from that. So with that, and with thinking about biotechnology and the ethics of the whole situation, currently this is what we know and understand, is that the brain is capable of developing pathways. These neural pathways are formed when we are young, and they grow and strengthen depending on our interactions with people and the world around us. Um, and so the idea is nature versus nurture. nurture coming from our human to human contact, our mothers, our fathers, those figures in our lives who are role models, who take care of us and provide for our well-being, versus the nature of the world around us and the challenges that it throws at us and how we grow through these things. More recent research has showed that this neuroplasticity idea comes out because the neural pathways that we thought were only formed by nature or nurture are actually very adaptable to changes. So depending on what the environment presents, our brain's capable of making that change, adjusting, and repositioning ourselves to best deal with that particular situation. And so Hayes and Carr argue that life today is experienced through technology. That statement couldn't be any more true than what we have right now with the distance learning and virtual education programs that we have going on, especially for digital technologies. But look at other technologies. So like I said, pen and paper. Think about how much communication relied on written form. You know, each person's only going to be around for so long to be able to speak. And so we have a lot of written forms that are put down to help us communicate and to help our society maintain a sense of balance, a sense of order, so that we don't fall into complete and utter chaos. And so those are our lives, and our lives through technology. The idea now in Carr and Hayes' research, though, is that children are learning less from their parents and more from their interactions with technology and media. So think about how early children get cell phones today. Myself, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 13. It was prepaid. It was very limited. I was only to use it for calling my parents when I was headed home from sporting events or headed back to school from sporting events so they could pick me up. But now there are 5-year-olds who are given these tablets and these digital devices to help them grow and learn and mature their brains. And so the environment of technology and mediation, it's kind of showing a trend and a pattern that it's having an effect on attentiveness. So look at how quickly children today can change from, I'm bored with this, I want to go do something else. I'm bored with this, I want to go do something else. How quickly can we change from app to app on our phone? You know, if I'm tired of TikTok, I go to Snapchat. If I'm tired of Snapchat, I go to Twitter. Whatever the case may be, our attentiveness isn't being challenged. We're not being asked to stretch our minds beyond what we want to do or beyond what we currently have right in front of us. And so there's some studies and some research going on that say because of the vast amounts of technology that we have at our disposal in our world today, and because of how fast that technology grows and how quickly we are able to change, move, and go within technology, our attentiveness is suffering. And some would argue that this directly relates to the rise in attention disorders that we see growing amongst our population in our environment today. And so that's what we have to say as far as technology and the body is concerned. So make sure you do your key terms and make sure that you answer your discussion questions. Don't forget that you have a test on Thursday, April 9th. We'll do chapter 36 next.